So today I'm going to be talking about this pseudo reverb that I've got here. I made this in about 2.5 hours. It's based around the PT2399 chip. It's the simplest reverb you'll make without adding the Belton brick. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the PT2399 chip, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this and how easy it is to make yourself a little reverb. The reason I wanted to make a reverb, I watched the Elvis movie on the weekend, and just the hair stand up on your arm when you just hear that old vintage reverb. Obviously they were using tape to tape reverb back in those days, or tape to tape echo. They used it on Elvis's voice quite a lot as well. It's just an amazing effect. I love it. It's just such a cool vintage effect. These chips get you that lo-fi analog sound, that the closest you'll get in the palm of your hand, basically. Just in the style of doing things vintage, I'm going to record what I'm playing on my 4-track cassette recorder, so you get a nice analog, warm, vintage cassette sound as well. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about this little chip. It's called a PT2399 chip. It is a CMOS echo and delay chip. These were originally manufactured in the late 90s by Princeton Technology Corp in Taiwan. The reason they made them was to put them inside karaoke machines. They got about a 30 to 340 millisecond delay on them. Now they kind of went into the DIY pedal market in that time because they're so small. How better to get a good delay circuit without having to use springs and all the rest of it and tapes and what have you. It's all in this one box. A lot of people do say that they sound a bit lo-fi, but I think that's the charm to them. They do sound lo-fi and maybe a little bit analog, and they're very, very cheap. This one that I've got here costs me 79 cents. And I've been making a few like delay and reverb pedals. I've done my my reverb tank pedal, which is, I think it's got 2 of these in it, and also the Belton brick reverb sort of thing that goes in it. But they're a lot more expensive. They're like $40. So I wanted to try and make a reverb without using one of those, and to just use the one chip. So I found a Vero layout from Culture Jam. They've put together a very small circuit. So basically got this chip and 78L05 voltage regulator, because these chips only run on 5 volts, so you have to bring the voltage down a little bit from 9 to 5. And it's got about 800 nanofarad capacitors and a few resistors. So it's a pretty simple circuit. So I'm just going to go over the controls. This is the feedback here. It controls feedback. This controls the mix, and this bit down here controls the time. It's also got on it, if you really whack out all of the controls, you get a really nice self oscillation. I don't think you'd be able to get a self oscillation on this because it's not a very big circuit, but you can, and it's that's I'm really pleased with it. You know, for something so small, this circuit, it really sounds quite good. I've got to say, it really does sound quite good. But this chip does a pretty good job of it, I've got to say, to kind of get that sort of mimicking those sounds of echo, delay, reverb sort of thing. Like I say, this one's just like a pseudo reverb, so it's got some good reverb sounds on it and some really good slapbacky sort of sounds as well. So I'm just gonna plug this into my test box and give you a little demo of it. So for this one, I'm just gonna give you a clean sound coming out of this orange micro dark. So my gain's like, you know, just roughly about here. So it gives you a clean tone right on there. So I'm playing through a Marshall 4x12, and the circuit's going into my test box. I'm going to be playing in standard tuning, just so I can give it that kind of yeah, retro rockabilly sort of sound to it. I'll stick the layout in the link description below, so you can make one yourself if you like. Big up Culture Jam. Don't know a lot about you, but you've certainly made this and the Crap-Fi delay, which is based around these two chips, which is really cool. I really like them a lot. Such simple things to make. I think I might be boxing this one up. It's just a simple reverb to make without the Belton brick, which costs you a lot more than that little chip does.